To break tradition, I have decided to stream 1 minute early, everyone. How exciting. Because the past few weeks I have been late, just to clarify for anyone who isn't here on time usually. Okay, everything should be fine. Creedon is the first person here with a #1 badge next to their name, which means I think they're my #1 fan. Oops, I just made it really big. Okay. Oop. Okay, I was in the private stream channel by accident. Hello. We are going to save the world. How are we going to save the world? Is that a thing you do on a generic Friday? Oh, says Creedon. True. Hello. Oh. Anyway, we are back after, pretty much exactly a week. A bit shorter than a week because I think I streamed later last week, and that's because every 2 weeks I'll be spinning a wheel, kind of, indirectly. And that takes time. So I have to usually do that a bit later. But we're here with no plan whatsoever, which is why it'll be a nice short stream. I don't think anything interesting has happened during the week. The Star Wars movie came out, The Mandalorian and Grogu, right? Had that come out last time? No, I think that was already out last time, I'm pretty sure. The Backrooms is coming out soon. I'm watching that pretty soon, hopefully, so we'll see. I do not agree that this will be a short stream. No, this will be short. It's not going to be that long. Spreading love with Vinland Saga. True. But Vinland Saga is already over. Until Season 3 comes out. Animated by the great Studio Mapper, I'm sure. So I'm very excited for that. But I feel like that's probably at least 5 years away. But you never know. But we can start with Twitter, as we always do. Which is actually called X, but I'm an old man at this point. I just keep calling it Twitter. So, how far back do we go? Streaming soon, and then I streamed. As I fight, she watched me. I'm pretty sure we talked about it last time. Next election tomorrow. That already happened. Oh, this was sick. Look at this art of Azula from Avatar The Last Airbender. No miscellaneous video today. Wednesday instead. True, and then I didn't put out a video on Wednesday. Wait, did I? Maybe I did, actually. I don't remember. No, I don't think I did. But true. I don't really care. Beacon got locked out of his Discord account. Very funny. I don't know how it happened, but apparently it did. I have consumed a few things. I'm pretty sure I talked about this last time. I watched People We Meet on Vacation, which is a book apparently, but I watched the movie. I replayed Terraria and beat it with my friends. I watched Project Hail Mary, and if you've seen the video, then you know that I just watched it because I was on YouTube and in this... Wait, maybe I cut that out of the video, actually. Actually, I don't think I included one, because I originally had it there, but I, misspoke when I was saying it, so I cut it out of the video. But I had no plan of watching this whatsoever. But then I saw it on the sidebar of YouTube, the normies reacted to it, and I was like, oh, I have, 2 hours spare. I can, react to this. I can, watch this, sorry. And then I just watched it, and I was like, oh, okay, I might as well, why not? Then I watched it. And I watched Gattaca, which is a movie I've had on my list for a very long time that was absolutely not what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a very different movie, but yeah. So I've consumed things. Oh my god, we got so many chats. Oh my god. All right, wait. He just did dabbing with 3 dabs this week. Instead of Mormon missionaries will be representative of Makoto Yukimura. Maybe. Can we ban Kyle from sending 9 videos in a row? In the Discord thing? I don't really care. I'll just ignore them. If they're kind of bad, I don't know. How excited are you for Serbian Evangelion? Oh, Kyle is... Okay, so... Man. There's just such a deep lore here that I have to explain. LM reactions is what Kyle is referring to, which he refers to as Serbian reactors. I have no idea if that is actually true, if they just made that up. Does it say... Oh, yeah, Serbia. Okay, they are Serbian. But apparently they're finishing some series soon. I actually don't know. Oh, is it? No, it's not JJK, is it? I don't know what it is. Some series they're finishing. And apparently they're going to react to something new. And Evangelion is winning the poll. So, how exciting. But true. Am I excited? No. I mean, actually, I guess a little bit. I don't know. I'm a fan of LM reactions. Ever since Chainsaw Man, I watched that. And then I watched something else. Oh, JJK, I'm watching with them. They love JJK. It's, kind of very fun. They love it more than I do. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Anyway. How excited am I? I don't know. I guess 7 out of 10. Your blockbuster to art house scale sure was something. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit... Obviously, I knew that people aren't going to agree with me. But, I was considering, I thought about it for a bit. But yeah. What was the biggest thing there where you're like, oh, that really took me out of it? For me, it's the Mad Max thing. I could imagine that being the most controversial placement. Because that's a very, I could imagine that being perceived as a very big blockbuster or whatever. How do you feel about Hassan's recent legal troubles? I haven't followed anything. I know there was some legal thing happened. I have absolutely no idea. But I truly don't know. Did Frogan lose her case? You know what? I also haven't been watching H3. What have I even been doing with my time? I mean, I guess I was watching, like, I watched a few movies. I don't know, I haven't been keeping up with things, you know? I've been busy with work. Are you excited for Recreators? That's what you're watching, right? I think. I forget every time, but I'm pretty sure that's what Kyle's gonna watch, and I'm not counting on that coming out anytime soon, but I guess we'll see. What is the meaning of life? What a great question. That is just like what Lex Friedman says at the end of all of his podcasts. Let's see if we can find it. You know what? I can't be bothered. But I know back in the day, he used to say it at the end of the podcast or whatever. But what is the meaning of life? I don't know. Thank you, Creedon. Thank you, Kyle. You should totally read Project Hail Mary book one day, maybe in 2 years' time. But why? I've seen the movie. Why would I bother, you know? But maybe. Yeah, it was Mad Max. Yeah, that would make sense. I would understand. It's very controversial, you know? But it's a weird movie. It's a very weird movie. It is also at the same time, you know, I could understand it being perceived as a very typical blockbuster. But anyway, I consumed 2 things. Oh my god, or 3 things. Or 4 things. What a busy week. Anyway, in terms of videos I've made, I haven't made too many. I have made a Mushoku Tensei, just an analysis video that I was having fun analyzing, and I thought, let me just make a video out of it, which is just counting how many times the character's mentioned. Then we have One Piece. I talked about the end of Drum Island. Oh my goodness, we're gone. Will we ever return? I don't know. Probably not, but you never know. That's done. That was a long review. I think for the majority of this, I was like speculating, or not even speculating, just like listing lore. And I think that took a lot longer than I expected. So it ended up being quite long. I made a sequel, kind of, very indirectly, only an introduction to my Brush Buddy video. And it's been more successful than I was expecting, so I'm very happy. And I made a Project Hail Mary review, which also was decent. I think these reviews are better structured than the digest used to be. This one maybe less so, but the other ones I think have been, I'm more happy making them, especially with the slides, like how I can have like individual images and stuff. I think that it just makes it more interesting for me, like when I'm sitting down to record it. The digest would get a bit like hard to record sometimes because of how long I'd just be reading notes off for, you know? Anyway. Because the source is always better. That's definitely not true. The visuals for the Mushoku Tensei video were actually nice this time. Well, as far as I understand, it was the same ChatGPT generated website that was the visuals, so I don't know. But thank you. What is the Will of D, Ari? That is true. They mentioned that in the latest, in one of those latest batch of episodes. The Will of D. I don't know. It's like to inherit like the spirit of Gold Roger or whatever, right? Like maybe it'll be like some I assume it'll be like some pirate, like, you know, in our world there's like legends of pirates like Blackbeard or whatever, or like that's what I think of when David, that's not David Jones, that's Davy Jones or something like that. It's probably like something like that, where it's like, what is a legend of pirates in the world of pirates? Maybe D is like the original pirate, or like some legend of like pirates or something like that. And it was like the thing that inspired Gold Roger, that like is where Luffy I don't know. I truly have no idea, but there we go. That's the Will of D. Okay, I'm sure I figured it out. There you go. And in case it gets revealed in the next few episodes, I haven't watched a single episode yet. Okay, so that is completely based on everything I've seen since the last batch of episodes I recorded. So, you know, if I just predicted that correctly, then I'm a genius. So there we go. It's Devilman. True. Oh my god. No, that's Denji. No, he's Denji Man. Sorry. Do an anime of the year for every year. How? What do you mean? How would I do that? One video, essentially, like, Saturdays have become a day where I just brainstorm miscellaneous videos now, because I don't know, I haven't really made a bookworm video in, like, over a month, but one of the videos I was going to make was just literally going over all the anime winners, like, best anime of the year, but I wanted to make it a more fun thing, where I try to guess what they are, but then it was too hard to do without, like, spoiling myself, and I didn't want to get someone else to help me, so I just gave up on it, but, yeah. What do you mean, Heath? What do you want me to do? Just guess? Or, like, pick an anime for the best anime of each year? Denji Man, true. Yeah, it's getting revealed next episode. Got to get you speculating while you can. That makes sense. Okay, well, how exciting. I guess we'll see. All right. I guess that's that. I checked what I've watched by checking the Mal Seasonals page. Oh my lord. My anime list. Hey, this is my page. Seasonals. Man, have I talked about this on stream? No, have I? Man, I've been trying to make this video for a while. And when I say try, I mean, like, I try a few hours every now and then, and I just give up because it's just not working. A while ago, I made this video where it was like, what's more popular at the moment, like Free Ren or Jujutsu Kaisen? And for that, I like tracked one of the very many metrics I used in that video was like how many subscribers have been gained, or like how many followers or whatever. Like this number here, how much has it increased since the start of the anime season? I wanted to do one of those for the entire season. Well, not the entire season, like the entire like lead up to this season, and track how it has like grown over time and see. I don't know. I think I got the data and I looked at it and it didn't look too interesting. It's like a whole thing. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but sure. I just have a bunch of fun ideas that I want to make that sometimes I don't have the time or energy for. But true. Seasonal page. True. I have seen Witch Hat Atelier, which is still going. I think another, what, 4 episodes? 4 episodes, I think. ReZero, I will watch that later. But true. Anime of the year in 2025? I mean, 2026 is almost certainly going to be Witch Hat Atelier. It'd be amazing if something topped that. Maybe Slime, but I'm not watching it, so I don't know. 2025... Well, this is the Anime Award thing, right? What was actually nominated? I don't know. I know that My Hero won. I think that's fine. Like, actually, I don't think I haven't really spoken about My Hero in the last 2 seasons. Because it was going to be included in my digest last year, but I left 1 episode, so I didn't include it. Actually, I'll probably save that. I'll probably make a video about that when I finish it. But I think it's deserving of... The final season is one of the best ones, I think. I don't want to watch it. Wait, what? What am I clicking? I don't want to watch the thing. I want to see the category. Wait, is that what that was? So this was last year. I mean, yeah, 2025 or whatever. Dun Dun Dun, haven't seen it. Gachi Yakuta, haven't seen it. My Hero, I've seen it. Hikaru Died, I haven't seen it. Apothecary Dies, I haven't seen, but I've heard that everyone loves this. And Takapi, obviously, I've seen. I mean, to be honest, I would have assumed one of these two would have won. I've heard very good... Obviously, I love Takapi, and I've heard very good things about Apothecary Diaries. So I don't know. I've got the data. EliteAri, I doubt it. You don't have any data for anything. Kyle is allergic to data. Why don't we instead go to 2019 and see what is going to win here? Is it like a year? No, probably. I guess we have to go through every season. My Hero 4th season. That should win. What else is there? Vinland Saga. That should win. Man, that was 2019. That's kind of crazy. I don't know why. I thought it was older than that. Kimetsu no Yaiba. That should win too. Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2. That should win too. And Kaguya-sama Love is War. That should win too. There we go. Promised Neverland Season 1, that should win too. Mob Psycho, okay, there's too many good anime, okay? Dororo, that doesn't have to win. That was good, but it wasn't Anime of the Year good. What a good year 2019 was. Oh my goodness. What a mean thing to say. True. I'm your #1 fan. Not true. Oh, actually, literally right now you are. You can filter it by what's on your list as well. That's what I did for my Twitter post. You made a Twitter post? Oh my goodness. The only Twitter posts I've seen are Bacon's about losing his Discord account. What on earth? Did a little anime trend I saw. Wait, did I like? There's no way I like this. I haven't seen this. Did a little anime trend I saw. Was definitely lacking in shows to choose from in the 2000s and early 2010s. Feels cheap putting some entries on there. I hate Princess Mononoke, but I only watched one other thing that year, and it was Gutter Trash OVA. Oh my goodness. What's the difference? 2018 to 2025? Oh lord. Okay. So this is both Heaths, I'm guessing. I don't know any of these. Nausicaa Valley of the whatever. I've heard of that. Angel's Egg, of course. Gunbuster's great. Wonderful choice for 1988. Is Porco Rosso actually good? But I guess so. It's on this list. Naruto. Apparently that's good. That's interesting. Samurai Champloo. True. That's great. I want to watch this movie. Wait, you guys can't see... Wait! You actually can't see my mouse, can you? Let me turn my mouse on. There you go. Oh my god, what have I done? Oh my god. Give me a second. Alright. There you go, there's my mouse. I want to watch this, is what I was circling. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. But I can't because ChatGPT said I have to watch all the other stuff first. I'm not doing that. Garden of Sin was fine at certain points, and the last one was really good. Bucket Monogatari, I want to watch. Terran Resonance, I will be watching this week. Konosuba sucks. It's very funny that it's his best in 2016. I want to watch that last one as well. Kaguya, obviously. Bloom Into You, I thought that, I guess that must be Heath who recommended that to me. That's been recommended for a while on the website. A Certain Scientific, no idea. Never heard of this. Certain Scientific Railgun something. Mushoku Tensei 2021. True. That is the best of 2021. Mob Psycho Season 3. True. That was also the best. Free Run. True. Makani. Too Many Losing Heroines. I've seen an edit, I think, that is from this. That is one of my favorite edits ever on like TikTok. Apocalypse Hotel. All right. Interesting. True. Geez, anime has fallen off. Porco Rosso, best Ghibli. Interesting. Well, it would be my first Ghibli, because I've never seen one. Now, my first Ghibli will probably be Wolf Children, whenever I get around to watching that. Because I think we were on stream, we watched a clip once, and it looked really cool. You broke the stream. No, I just broke my OBS, but I fixed it. Heath would like Psycho-Pass. True, but I haven't seen it, so I can't comment. ChatGPT says you have to watch what first? I have to watch, like, a bunch of Haruhi Suzumiya before I watch the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya movie. But you know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just watch it one day, like I watched Fate Strange Fake. So, who knows? I was like the guys in Wall-E. Why? Why are you saying that? Did I say something that makes you feel like that? That isn't Ghibli. What, Porco Rosso? That's not Ghibli? I have no idea. No, the movie's called Disappearance. Oh, Disappearance? Okay, whatever. The Disappearance one. That's the one I want to watch. I don't want to watch this lame TV show, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Wolf's Children? Oh, that's not Ghibli? Damn, alright, well. I don't know then. My first Ghibli will be the Secret Diary of Ariete, or whatever they called it. That looks sick when I looked at all the trailers. This guy's dumb on God? Yeah, that's true. I just don't know my Ghibli. True. Now, how did you do this? I assume it's like a website. That website you had before, right? Wait, what is this? What? Huh? Why did that happen? Why is Shabe's... What is this? Oh, the One Piece live action thing. Oh my god, is that... Wait, I don't want to look. But is that, Drum Island? Oh my god. Anyway. Oh my god, I just saw like a Naruto thing. I don't want to get spoiled. Why did it come here? Now I'm so scared. I'm just gonna get spoiled on things. Either One Piece... Where are my tweets gone? Oh wait, it's not even my Twitter. Wait, this... Oh my god, this is my Twitter here. Alright. Whatever, we're done. Okay. All I know is Die Buster is the best anime. No, it's not true. Wait, where'd the Pay Talks anime video go? I saw it before I started streaming. It looked funny. It reminded me of myself a little bit. The anime that changed the entire industry. Man, I could not imagine. Oh man, this is like the type of video where I would not have the courage to make something like this because I would know absolutely nothing about the anime industry. Like, this is a video that can only get you into trouble. I'm so curious what he's going to say. Because I haven't got the impression that, at least by listening to some of his videos, he doesn't sound like he's a big, like, what, like a weeb or whatever, like a big anime kind of, like, historian or anything like that. So I feel like, I don't know, it's a bit of a brave video for him to make, but who knows? I guess we'll see. That was album Elite, yes. That was album... Is that a website? Album? Like for the thing? I don't know. Notice how Die Buster wasn't the best of its year. Objectively bad. That is true. Well, objectively forgettable. I just forgot about it. Even when I was watching, I just wasn't paying enough attention, I guess. But true. Your name changed the game. True. No, Demon Slayer changed the game. Momo Riri. Her name is No because it's a reference. And Kyle makes that mistake every time. What a forgetful guy who forgets his favorite anime. But let's watch part of this quickly. I'm just so curious what it's going to be like.
Is a distinct and beautiful medium. Animation is a distinct and beautiful medium because an outstanding aesthetic can almost feel tangible. And there's one...
Oh, what aesthetic?
An aesthetic can almost feel beautiful medium because an outstanding aesthetic...
I think outstanding? What did he say? Oh, outstanding. Okay.
Can almost feel tangible. And there's one movie that at the point of its release was so visually distinct it had a cascading effect on the rest of the industry, evoking a large period of time where popular anime was trying to be hyper-realistic, specifically when it came to compositing and lighting. Because
Oh, is this... Okay. I don't know if I just completely misunderstood him, but it is true. The first time I saw your name, I was like, man, this looks very realistic, at least compared to anything I'd seen before. But is that what he said, or did he say the opposite? I don't know. Wait.
Evoking a large period of time where popular anime was trying to be hyper-realistic, specifically when it came to compositing and lighting. Because it turns out the many different effects of light are a fantastic tool to express a beautiful image. This aesthetic was actually so dominant that we've even seen a strong pendulum effect in the last couple of years. Welcome to a 7-part series exploring what makes anime beautiful. My name is Pei, and
oh my god, what part of the 7-part series are we in now? You figured he'd like say that somewhere, right? I don't know.
Today we're talking about the look that defined an era. In 2015, anime movies were in a really weird spot. Ghibli was deep into the process of losing its dominant foothold. And outside of Miyazaki and Ghibli, there hadn't been a classic like Akira, Ghost in a Shell, or Perfect
True. We love Perfect Blue. Alright, I've technically seen Ghost in the Shell. I don't remember anything good about it. Akira, I watched the first, I think I watched a significant amount of this, to be fair. I think I watched like 45 minutes or something, and I was, this is not good. Perfect Blue is great, though. Man.
Blue in a while. But in 2016, we saw the release of 2 hyper-popular anime films, A Silent Voice and Your Name, and today we're going to be talking about the impact of the latter, a movie that not only had wide commercial success, but also had a lasting influence on future anime's aesthetic, which now I've seen on the internet coined as the Shinkai effect, which to its simplest reduction has to do predominantly with lighting and compositing. But what is compositing? Animation's segmented in 2 parts: storyboards, background artists, color specialists, and those working to fill every frame in between. A finished animation is a collection of individual layers, and that final stage of taking all these individual parts and making them one final product is called compositing. You'll see color corrections, lighting effects, emulating a natural lens.
Wow, true. Man, he's got editors. Alright, lovely. This could be a boring video, or it could be a good video, and I don't really care. But it's not exactly what I thought it was. Alright. Just call him a big R word. It's not true, though. This guy has the same voice as Noah Samson. I'm not familiar enough with his voice to know. Maybe this guy will get sued instead. Maybe. Stop. There is no beef between me and Pei Talks Anime, okay? I have no issue with him. I have never in my life seen someone use the Shinkai effect. I've definitely heard that before. That's definitely a thing. I'm like 90% sure. He got this from something. Reddit. Shinkai effect. You know what, man? I don't know. I don't know where I got it from. How to achieve the Makoto Shinkai effect. True. Good review, by the way. Your name. Good review. Remember when they wrote "I love you" instead of the name? Oh my god. I've heard people talk about the Shinkai effect. True. What is that in the top right of your YouTube? Ask Google? Is that like an AI thing? I don't know. You just got to admit you were wrong about Akira, EliteAri. We all love it. Is that true? I think Kyle watched it, and I don't remember what he said. No, I think I didn't watch the review because I didn't want to get spoiled on it because I'll watch it one day. What was that? No, it was a Reese thing. Oh, wow. I don't know. Shinkai just straight up is the most overrated director of all time. No, I think you're thinking of George Lucas, right? But true. Oh, this is Reese thing? Or is there a live action thing? Or is this an AI thing? Because that'd be sick. Oh my god, it's Reese. Oh, Reze, sorry, as they say. That was Dennis. Sorry, I didn't even mean to say that unironically. I meant to say Denji, but Dennis, true. Wow. That's beautiful, man. Oh no, the pedal. Oh, it's like a stage play? Cool. If that's real, that's cool. If it's not, it's still cool. So I don't know what to say. All right. The amazing digital circus situation is crazy. I'm sure it is. Evangelion USSR. I'm sure it is. The greatest of all time. Why Trunks is Dragon Ball's best character. I'm sure he is. The worst piece of fiction, genuinely. All right. What videos have I got? Dennis, true. Miller sent me a One Piece video. I know exactly what's going to happen, though. I'm going to watch this video, and then everywhere I'm going to get recommended One Piece videos. It's going to spoil me on something. So I don't know. And also it's a Crafts Dwarf video, and I don't know if I've ever enjoyed a Crafts Dwarf video. Maybe. But let's start from the top, okay? We'll go through Kyle's 20 videos he sent. which I don't know. I'm being biased by people now. I don't actually know if you've sent 20 videos. Oh my god, genius video idea. Top 10 A24 horror films. True. I have not seen many of them, so I don't have a comment. But obviously, The Lighthouse would be number one. But I mean, it's not really horror. But if it is, it's horror. And Hereditary is probably the only one I've seen. And then I guess The Backrooms when I end up seeing that too. Bro, Mrs. Archangel, man. True. What are they doing over there? They're just going to be talking about, oh man, joke about ending bad. Bad ending. Okay, well, that's true. All this. I could tell. You know, this is what happens to subreddits after a fandom is disbanded for the time being, right? True. Fear devil. All right. You know what? That's how it goes sometimes. You can watch your first craft store video. Wow. No, I watched the My Hero one or something, right? Or was that, am I thinking of someone else? I'm pretty sure I've watched one and I thought it was just, I had this weird, like, weird objective kind of frame, didn't it? Crafts dwarf. And I think I couldn't understand what he was saying, where it was like he was using way too much like truncated sentences or something. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Not that that's bad or anything. I mean, I'm saying it's bad, but like maybe other people like it, but I'm sure it's something I've seen. No, I haven't seen that, but I've heard of it. Actually, none of these. Is there a My Hero one? I'm pretty sure it's like a My Hero one I've seen. The Anime Pervert and the Danger of Normalization. I don't know. What do you think our Chainsaw Folk is doing? I don't know, probably fan art, just like the Chainsaw Man subreddit. What a surprise. Oh wait, this is, I just realized this is the final volume cover. That's cool. Midsummer. Is that a horror movie? I guess it's kind of like, yeah, it's like a horror movie, I guess. I've seen that. That was not very good. That was the definition of like a 3 out of 5. Maybe even a 2 out of 5. What did I end up giving that? I can't be bothered. I actually am a little bit bothered. EliteAri. Letterboxd. Why? Who are these people? Where am I? What? I guess Rika's my... Why don't I show up when you Google me? What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Now, is there a way to search for a particular movie? You know what? Maybe Letterboxd isn't a very good website, because there's literally no way for me to find Midsommar, right? Let's just assume I gave it a 3. Oh, no, I gave it a 2. Here we go. True. Not good. Bad movie. Anyway. I'm sure he is in Curious EliteAri. True. This is a real crafts dwarf video. Maybe. Remember when EliteAri refused to admit that Chainsaw Man was obviously ending at the end? Huh? What? This is reflective. Also, Kyle is just wrong, by the way. But this is reflective of searching for EliteAri on YouTube. No, that's not true. You can find me straight away. Ready? EliteAri. There I am, and there I am, and there, and there, and that's not me, that's EliteAri, and there, and there, it just keeps going and going. But if you type in EliteAri, then good luck, you're not finding me. Nice bit, EliteAri. You're blocking the overall rating. Well, everyone take a guess. What do we think it is? And then we'll find out. All 17 anime studios explained. Do you think you'll have Studio Bind in here? Probably not.
All 7.
Let's see. We've got Toei Animation, Madhouse, Sunrise, Studio Pierrot, Gainax, Studio Ghibli, Kyoto Animation, Production IG, JC Stuff, Studio Bones, Ufotable, AI Pictures. I've never heard of that. Okay. 8-bit. I know 8-bit from something. They made something really good, didn't they? Or am I thinking of something really bad? They didn't make Berserk, did they, or something? 8-bit Studio. What have they made that I've seen? They made Slime? Did they? Is that where I know it from, maybe? Blue Lock? I guess they're the slime studio. Okay, so they made something really good. Mappa, true. Studio Trigger, true. Wit Studio and Science are. What an amazing thing. I know every single one of these, I think. Wow. 4.1? No, it's 3.7. Believe it or not. Pretty bad movie, if you ask me. Let's compare it to a good movie. Oh my god. Revenge of the Sith. Would you look at that? 4.1. Now that's a good movie. Now what about the best Star Wars movie? Attack of the Clones. So remember, Midsommar was 3.7. 3.1. Now that's a bad movie. But true, we love this movie. A1 picture. That was not a 1. That was a typo.
All
Or am I am like, okay, maybe I'm way off, but I'm 95% sure that was not a 1 that we're about to see. That is literally, I don't know if you guys can see it, AI pictures. I didn't make a mistake here, okay? Mr. Gem, or not Mr. Gems is here saying, hi Ari, hello. Soon to be AI pictures, true. Maybe they are AI pictures because of solo leveling though. Is that like a thing? Solo leveling is AI or something? 37 days remain until Mushoku Tensei Season 3. How exciting. I remember seeing a video as a kid saying that they did the lightsaber effects frame by frame for the old Star Wars movies. True. Maybe you're thinking of the... I'm pretty sure. Is it the Video Co-Pilot one? I don't even know. Video Co-Pilot lightsaber. Or was that just a meme? I don't know. There was some tutorial where he like talked about it.
All 7.
The Force Awakens is the best Star Wars movie, says Kyle. Yeah, it's up there. Definitely. I think I sent a video about that. There's no need for a video about that. Let's learn about these studios quickly. Let's see.
17 of the main different anime studios explained in chronological order, starting off with the oldest anime studio that is still running today, Toei Animation.
No way. Is that true? What is the oldest anime studio that is still running today? Let's see. Oh, it's this one. Of course, I should have guessed. Studio. 1969? When was Toei Animation? Huh? 1948? 19... Well, thanks ChatGPT for nothing. Actually... Wait, let's read the whole thing before I make fun of it. Originally founded in 1952, later became icon in the early 1970s. The studio is famous for producing Saze-san. Alright, however, many people also cite Toei Animation, founded in 1956, because it was the first major dedicated, or whatever, I don't really care. Alright. True, this guy's right. Toei Animation is the first one, obviously. Bro doesn't know about Toei Animation. No, they make One Piece and Dragon Ball, and that's it, nothing else. Of value, at least. They're in DBZA. True. I think that's probably the first time I ever heard about Toei Animation. That's the oldest anime. True. When the machine that lies to you, lies to you. You know what? I would probably trust what it said more than what I read on Wikipedia, because I'd probably read more into both. Let's see.
That was founded in 1948. They're best known for One Piece, Dragon Ball,
One
Slam
Piece.
Dunk, and a bunch of other iconic
Why is Luffy wearing a jacket? What was that? That's
animes.
weird.
It's safe to say that they are a massive studio who have helped bring a lot of anime to the West and sometimes even considered the Disney of the East. However, the downside to their massive size and just being around for so long is that they've taken on loads of different anime projects, and then that often hurts the animation quality, meaning that it's often a mixed bag. I mean, you just have to...
This is interesting. Okay. This would be a cool video. What anime understands about animation and Invincible doesn't? True. Ranking every Jujutsu Kaisen episode by 20... What? By the 20... What does that mean?
I ranked all 59 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen based on their 25,000 frames.
Oh, genius. This is awesome. Like, did he just take like the 25,000th frame?
Some of them are
That's
true works
sick.
of art, others are memes, and some, well, they just suck. Like this one.
This should have a lot. All right, 20,000. I mean, this should probably have more. This is a genius idea.
One is a real shame because it's from episode 55, which is where you get the introduction to the main man Higuruma. Like, we literally could have got him in the bath or with the hammer, but no, we got this. Anyway, second to
True.
last, we have another door. Not too much happens in.
Oh my god, am I gonna make one of these for like? Oh, I should. This is what a great, what a genius idea. Oh my god.
Like, we could have got so many good Hikari. Then we have another funny one. This is from episode 6, and it's just, you know.
I love it. I love it. All right, we take back everything negative we were about to say about this video because he had a genius premise for a video. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I don't want to sneeze though. All right, we're good. Fuji TV, Akira Toriyama, please support the official release. Do you think DBZA is why all the YouTubers have a copyright notice at the beginning of their videos? No. And people don't do that anymore, right? As that's in the past. It's a bit of like history of YouTube. But not anymore. Watching anime for the first time. True. Okay. I want to find out the top 10 A24 movies that are horror.
Logo evokes a lot of things. Poignant family melodrama.
You know what it invokes in me? Like a high quality movie that I might enjoy.
Like Minari, gorgeous explorations of self and sexuality like Moonlight, but also, here's the thing, once I see that logo at the start of a horror film, I know I'm in for a freaky couple of hours.
This feels like a... This is like the most... It's not really that niche of a reference, but this guy reminds me of the narrator of the Spider-Man 2 video game for like the PS2.
From demonic possession to violent obsession, these are our
Like a little bit.
picks for the top 10 A24 horror films.
A Ghost Story is not a horror film, by the way. Okay, true. I mean, I saw the TV go, maybe you could consider it horror, I guess. I don't even know what that is.
Founded in 2013, A24 is the indie powerhouse of Hollywood. Not only did they help invigorate the art house cinema
What is this audio, man? Thank you, AI.
they made it cool. Pure chance meant their founding coincided with Letterboxd's launch out of beta and into the general public. In their earliest releases, Spring Breakers and The Bling Ring achieved that sort of Tumblr aesthetic virality that can launch a film into the online stratosphere. And like it or not, A24 is as much a lifestyle brand now as they are a
I don't care. Am I gonna... I thought this was gonna be something different. I thought it was just gonna be a list with timestamps that I could easily go through, but it's not. Everyone just puts it in the description now. True, maybe. Alexander still does it good for him. All right.
distributor. They sell a $50 candle, for God's sakes, and I know people who own it. Meanwhile, horror holds a fascinating place in cinema as a genre deliberately tailored to activate our literal survival instincts. A24 has excelled at it since basically the beginning. Their curated catalog hits on some of the genre's most quintessential tropes, and they've been behind the feature debuts of now renowned auteurs like Robert Eggers and Ari Aster. Life itself is terrifying, and while good horror scares us, great horror reveals the darkest truths of human nature.
This is... Killing of a Sacred Deer is not a horror movie, is it? Wait. What is the definition of a horror movie? Okay, it is? I don't know. If this is a horror movie and apparently a ghost story is a... There's no chance a ghost story is a horror movie. Fantasy romance. I don't know. This seems like a very dumb video. Just based on the images they're showing, but it's true. Alright. What the heck? All right, next. Anime fans got weird about women
I've
again.
engineered my channel, most of my YouTube content around analyzing women in anime, as a woman who watches anime. So I have a lot of thoughts on this topic. Get in, losers. We're talking about TikTok, Joey the anime.
Did she upgrade her camera? Or was it always this good?
Strongest soul.
Yeah. Maybe the lighting just got better. I don't know. Wow. Play. Oh, I guess it's just better lighting.
Anime man and female characters.
My anime hot take is that we need more female protagonists.
No. Sailor Moon, Madoka Magica, those are the obvious ones.
Zero Express Lane, Go to Left Through Time, Kill Kill, Kanan, Ogre Proxy.
How does it not make sense? When I said it does not make sense.
Let me explain that Joey did wrong here in a more analytical way.
This video is so weird to me because I've never seen
And I
it
feel like
before.
the reason why this take doesn't really make any sense.
Damn. I guess we do need more female anime protagonists, huh?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
Hello, I'm Inaku. Welcome back to my channel. This upload was supposed to be my JoJo's Part 3 video, but I have been thinking about this TikTok discourse nonstop. And every time I opened YouTube or Instagram during the week, I kept seeing this discussion being talked about, and especially the responses that people were having to Joey. To catch you up on this, basically, a creator named Trapped in Anime posted a convention interview TikTok where he asked a girl for her hot anime take. And this girl says, "We need more female protagonists." That's it. That was the take. And anime fans reacted like she personally walked to Japan with a gun and shot Naruto in the chest. And a lot of people made response videos. They went to war in the comments. And I think overall what fascinated me so much about the reaction wasn't even necessarily whether if I agreed with her or not. Well, especially her wording, but I'll get to that. What really got me was how quickly the conversation escalated emotionally. Because in one sentence, this somehow turned into a massive debate about just a bunch of things. A debate on whether anime fans were misogynistic, whether anime has good female characters, whether Western audiences understand anime, if this girl's a tourist, and if women are asking for too much, whether anime fans are too defensive. This TikTok triggered a lot of the fandom to the point where one of the biggest creators on anime YouTube, Joey the Anime Man, made a response video listing a bunch of anime with female protagonists. And before I get into any criticisms of Joey's response, and especially his response to all those responses, I want to make something very clear.
Did we watch? Why do I have a memory of this? Did like Kyle watch this on stream, or did I watch it on stream? I know something about this. I heard about this Anime Man video for some reason, and I feel like I was in the kitchen when I heard about it, so I think Kyle probably watched it. I don't know. Anyway. Oh my god, please tell me she has beef with Joey, says Miller. I'm curious what side she's going to take. She's being a bit in the middle at the moment. She's a centrist in this position, it seems. Wait until we can watch the Inyaku video shitting on Sakura. No, I'm good. Freak the Anime Man. Let's go the Anime Man. True. What are they doing these days? Just quickly, let's have a quick detour. Maybe they retired to making like short, they're just making short form stuff now. $20 weebs versus 1 VTuber. Okay, so they're doing like skit comedy stuff, which is I guess what they've always done, but why do I go live? Wait, they do live streams. Interesting.
And he's seen Gintama and one except Tyler the Creator. Bro, that's one. This is the best one we've had so far, not gonna lie.
Alright. True. I do that I think Naruto deserves, it says not Mr. Gems. No. Even this video will spoil Naruto for you. Ari. No! We trust in Yaku not to spoil me on Naruto. EliteAri is a tourist. True. Ari is a tourist. True. Yes. We need some 2x speeding. Yeah, I was thinking, she is speaking a bit slow. It is already on 1.5, but it's okay. Whenever something comes from TikTok, it's boring and 10 years behind the discourse. Give an example, Miller. Is this like a thing people were talking about like 10 years ago? Because there's no one but children there. True. All right.
I get why people on the surface are mad. I get what Joey was trying to say, but like, why did you have to be so arrogant about it? Taking off your glasses like...
Damn, I guess we do need more female anime protagonists.
Because he's funny. Okay, I don't think he's aware of this. I don't think he's trying to be funny, but this is very funny how he puts his glasses on, isn't it?
I want to make something very clear. I get why people on the surface are mad.
Or maybe he does think it. Maybe he does have that kind of comedy. I don't know anything about him besides that one JoJo's thing we watched where he was making the dumbest conspiracy theory I've seen in my life.
I get what Joey was trying to say, but like, why did you have to be so arrogant about it? Taking off your glasses like...
Damn, I guess we do need more female anime protagonists, huh?
How bro felt after saying that. For real though, I want to specify on her wording because not to put a queen down, I do agree that
I love this crossover. These two, like the Anime Man and Inyaku, my two favorite creators. Okay, they're just talking about each other. This is lovely.
Anime does already have so many female protagonists. Anime, I'd say, is one of, if not the biggest medium to have female protagonists in it. And I became a weeb because I watched Soul Eater, which was my gateway anime, and it had a female protagonist on it. This is a Soul Eater.
Is that true? I don't know anything about Soul Eater. Wow, I'm kind of surprised.
Shirt, not with the female protag on it, but I love my girl Maka Albarn. I love my girl Maka. She probably has the best opening for a female character in anime.
You serial killer, Jack the Ripper.
You're murdering Daisy.
Jack the Ripper. Oh my god.
Your soul is mine. But like overall, I don't think she was saying that there weren't any female protagonists. If you continue the video, she says Madoka Magica, Sailor Moon. They give examples, but also say that she wants more.
Now, granted, we do have some. We could always use more. We need more. But if you had to pick, who would you say are some of your top tier anime female protagonists out there right now?
The entire cast of Madoka Magica.
Well said. Oh, of course, even classic Sailor Moon.
Yes, of course.
Can't go wrong with
Most powerful in the anime universe.
We don't know what she actually meant. Maybe she meant more female shows that reach the mainstream. And there are female characters in the mainstream currently, which is great, like Frieren, Apothecary Diaries, Witch Hat, but there could also be more. Honestly, the state of anime and media today, this is the most I've seen women be talked about as protagonists, which is amazing. This makes me really, really happy because 5 years ago, yeah, there were anime with women at the forefront, but they weren't given as much attention or as much love as these characters today. I would know because I made this take sort of 5 years ago. I made this video. Yeah,
Wow.
Granted, my video was more detailed than a 30-second TikTok, and I've grown.
I'm just so glad we made so much progress. But when are the left-handed people going to get their day to shine, guys? Like me. I want to be represented in these anime. But it's always just right-handed anime characters. But let's see. Miller, you're an old man, says Heath. Wow. Why did you have to be entertaining about it? Why did you have to be entertaining about it? Why did you... I don't even know what... I have no idea what Miller's referring to, but it's something, I'm sure. Yeah, Joey doing that was not the best PR move. The glasses thing? Or the video? I don't think he probably doesn't care about that, I'm guessing. All the people who grew up on TikTok are like almost mid-20s. Probably true. Yeah. Whatever happens, Joey is the villain. Why do we hate Joey? He's just so funny sometimes. Yeah, I was born before the Forest of Death. You were born in... Oh, we got spoilers here for Naruto. Ari was born in the Cell arc. Is that true? There's no way. When did Dragon Ball Z end? Didn't we look this up one time? Dragon Ball Z ended way before that, right? When did Wikipedia. Dragon Ball Z. Oh my god, 1996. It was already done. Before I was born. I was a GT baby. Okay, when was Dragon Ball GT? I was a Super 17 baby. Unironically. Oh my god. Damn. That would be kind of cool. Like a website where you type in your birthday and it tells you what like episode of a certain show came out like near that day. That'd be sick. Oh my god. I should do that. This baby Heath was born during Skypiea. That's One Piece spoiler. Oh my goodness. What year was it, Miller? This isn't true. EliteAri belittling representation. No, I'm saying that it should be more inclusive and represent me. I need to be seen. I want my left-handed representation, guys. I'm watching a show called Aaron and the South Pole right now. South Pole because he's left-handed. Oh, look at that. Is that a new show or an old show? Like, were we better back in the day or were we better now in the modern era? She was complaining that Joey was too entertaining in his delivery. True. I see. Our Link is left-handed in most games. Wow. Maybe I need to play Final Fantasy or whatever Link comes from. That's not Final Fantasy. What is Link? Link is from... Maybe I'm completely wrong. Link is Legend of Zelda, isn't it? Link game. Link video game character. Yeah, Legend of Zelda. True. I corrected myself. That was a good Ari old jerk. What does that mean? Oh, because I'm old and no one acknowledged it. True. You can make it, Ari. You're the website guy. That is me. That is true. Can't be hard. Can't be that hard. It could definitely be hard. Trying to map when an episode came out. Unless it's like a website for that. I don't know how the Shonen Jump one was made though. I mean, that's easy. There's only like once a week, right? That would limit it to, at most, like maybe 10,000 like manually curated like things if you wanted to. Like it's way less than 10,000, sorry. But number of episodes, it could be like 10,000. I don't know how many Detective Conan episodes are there, my goodness. Or Doraemon or whatever. Aren't they like super long? I don't know. Nice bit to the elite. True. Nice bit. What am I missing? What's the bit? I didn't do a bit. Did I do a bit? The left-handed thing is not a bit. I am left-handed. Miller's so mad right now. What did I do to upset Miller? Pork track tells you what song you could have been conceived to. It seems to be down now. Interesting. Well, I'm not a big music person, so it probably wouldn't mean much to me. You could just pull all the info from Mal, right? There's no chance Mal has episode release dates, right? Unless it's like, unless you want to do like what, well, I want to know more like when an arc came out or something. But maybe you could do a season, like what season of an anime. I guess that's more likely. You could definitely do that, I guess. Maybe they don't store anime air days though. True. I mean, we could probably just make this while I'm streaming if I just told ChatGPT about it. What should we say? Give me a website. What do we want it to be? Modern. Good looking. What do we want it to do? Give me a website that will use an anime API to get get season release dates. And the user can enter the, let's just say, month and year they were born. And when they press go, it will show the poster and English name for the anime that was the anime season for the most popular anime season that was airing that month, year. Well, let's see if that works. Okay. Probably not, I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure they do. True. The link thing was the bit, Ari. Final Fantasy. True. I'm just so funny, aren't I, guys? My goodness. It's not because I lack knowledge about gamers stuff, because I'm a very knowledgeable gamer. Okay, so Mal has the start air date, so then you could just +7 until the final air date, and you could figure out the exact date. True. It's pretty smart. Mal has the date an episode was aired. If you go to the episodes tab. No, shut. That's crazy. My anime list. Oh, let's be very crazy with it. Dragon Ball Z. When did that come out? Because that's like crazy and old. I have never looked at these tabs ever in my life. Episodes? This is crazy. I had no idea this existed. Wow. Well, good to know. Well, let's find out what was airing when I was born. What was it? My anime list. Dragon Ball GT. What arc was I born in? I was born during the Baby Saga. How ironic. My goodness. Immortal Beast. There's screenshots? That's crazy. Oh, they actually just had the whole episode? What is this? Sorry, this video is not available to be embedded. Please go to the front. What is this? Oh my god, it links directly to Crunchyroll. Damn. I didn't give this website enough credit. Who knew it was such a complicated website? Damn. The stats tab is a good one? I didn't know any of this existed. There's a stats tab? Oh my god, there's even a distribution for what people rate it. Wow. And then, damn, who's been watching Dragon Ball GT recently? Crazy. What a cool thing. What recommendations? Battle Spirits, SD Gundam Force. What is an interest stack? Shonen with 100 plus. There's 64 episodes. Dragon Ball GT. Why is it in this? Okay. Pictures. True. Show me the pictures. Okay, this makes sense. Okay. Would recommend clicking on it at least once. Well, we did. Not the 6.5 rating for poor GT. True. Where is it? Oh, it's in the top 10,000. It's not bad. And top 500 for popularity. Mal has the rights to some shows. I watched all of Goblin Slayer Season 1 on it. I have never heard that before. Damn. Now, EliteAri has to concede to the great Super Eye Patch Wolf. No, I won't. All right. What is this? What did... ChatGPT, what did you send me? Let's see if this works. I don't think it will. Just imagine I'm manually typing out the code for a website right now, okay? Wait a second. Pause. Hold on. I'm coming back. All right. We're trying it out. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. February? Oh boy. 1997. Let's go. I have absolute King of the Braves, Gao Gai Ga. There's my anime, guys. We did it. Apparently that came out winter 1997. So there we go. All right. Okay. You're older than One Piece. You literally had to watch, read nothing to stay up to date. Just one episode every week. So lazy, bro. One episode's a lot, though. Oops. It's like 20 minutes of time. Maybe even 24 minutes if I watch the opening and the ending. 7 viewers EliteAri. True. Except it's not true. We have 6 right now. Someone left. I was born in 2007, says Kyle. That's not true. Bro, there's no way you're that young, Kyle. Says not Mr. Damn. True. Do one for June 2005? Ugh, it's already on there. June. I also have no idea if this is accurate. I haven't verified anything. Okay, June 2005. Oops. Oh my god. Eureka 7. There you go. Alright. Literally Gurren Lagann Air Year, Kyle. It was fated for you. Creedon's younger than the modern Doctor Who. I can't for that's very funny. True. When Miller said that, I thought he was saying he's younger than Ruby, whatever her name was. What's the Ruby? What's her? Oh my god, I don't remember the actor's name. Ruby Sunday actor. Millie Gibson. Hell, she was like very young, I think, when it was in Doctor Who, right? Oh no, well, I guess she would have been young. She's 21 now. True. Okay, let's continue.
There are parts of that video that I disagree with now, but overall, the message of it, I stand 10 toes down on. Go watch the video if you're curious, but I will say right now, I'm a much better writer and communicator than I was 5 years ago.
Oh, she's embarrassed like Kyle to his own videos. My goodness. I stand by my great videos. You want to hear a great video? Look at this one, all right? My first ever video is just a genius video. I'm going to sound so great. You're going to love it. This is the best communicated video I've ever had in my life. Attack on Titan spoilers. Get ready. You're going to love it, guys.
Throughout Attack on Titan, one memory is constantly resurfaced throughout the narrative. Not only is this memory one of Eren's key sources of motivation and one of the most important sources of insight into his character, but it also adds great thematic depth to the end of the entire Attack on Titan story, in a way that has been overlooked by many people.
Genius introduction.
But TLDR of this video is that I wanted better writing for the female characters of popular shows, because most of the time they would be introduced as capable, audiences, or me specifically, would get hyped, but then the writer would bait you, and the girl doesn't really actually get characterization and nothing happens. The writing and intricacy favored its male characters, even though they have a female lead. Female agency would just be shoved in most of the time. Another creator, Lady Inia, has a great video on My Hero Academia, specifically on this too, and how it's a little sexist, but this video isn't about that. The point of this video is that a lot of the time when women in anime spaces are putting their opinion out there, us girls are trying to communicate something, but anime fans just love hearing something else entirely, or they actually don't want to hear the—
What was that creator's name? Oh my god, I know it. It's in my mind. I made a video about what was it? Rim something. I don't know. True. Remember that video she made? Everyone hated her for it.
I would say I wish that women in battle shonen would get more focus narratively, and I don't know, that those subtitles don't match what you're reading. Does not match what I'm saying. No, translation, that's not what I'm saying. Where did you get that? Ah! And yes, this girl did not make—
Oh, that was a funny joke. We like that. All right. Eureka 7. Is that not what it was? I don't know. Well, I have that illegally downloaded on my computer, says Cretan. Wow. I am sad they're not that young, says Kyle. Bonkai something release. Never heard of it. Kyle gives 2003 or 2004 energy for his props 2000, says Heath. EliteAri's modern videos are way more embarrassing than this one. True. Also, Ari, make the tier list public. What was the tier list? Make the tier list public, EliteAri. What tier list? EliteAri will tell everyone what year I was born in. I don't know what year he was born in. I have no idea. But if you ever want to go to a tier list website, guys, go here and then go to anime characters tier list and then type in Attack on Titan and then you put in like 30 and then hopefully it works. Okay. I'm going to get so many characters and then we build a tier list with them. Oh my goodness. Isn't that just lovely? True. You should be bullied and driven off the internet if you complain about women in anime and your examples are battle shonen manga. Well, battle shonen manga are popular, right? That's what most people watch.
Make that point of wanting better writing. She said more female protagonists. So let's lean into that. What could she mean? Because she didn't specify battle shonen. She didn't say that there weren't any female characters in anime. I just want better for women in male-dominated spaces to have a voice. And it's just, thank God this girl I don't think is on social media, because the backlash that I got from my video is pretty similar to what's happening to her.
How many views did she get? Almost 1 million. Oh my goodness.
So Joey posts now a response to that video giving like 50 female-led anime, and he got a lot of hate for it. And how did he respond to the hate? Really defensively. Really defensively. Where's the video? Let's watch it.
You know, I really shouldn't have to make this video, but
of course people took this way out of context and decided to shit all over me for it, so let's look at some of those comments and respond to them in kind, shall we? Bro, now make the same video naming all the animes with male leads and protagonists. I bet we will be here much longer. Not to mention, a ton of those stories are male-centered and also alienate women from them. First of all, I've already done a video like that many years ago. Also, to assume that I have somehow managed to, within a 1-minute reel, to list off all the anime with female protagonists is pretty ignorant. I don't even think I touched upon 1% of anime that happen to have female protagonists or some kind.
Wouldn't that be wouldn't that be so funny if he did actually list 1%? Oh my goodness. This is like, I don't know. What a guy this guy is. My goodness. I don't know what to say. Holy. It's just so funny. Why would he say 1%? Like he should have said like 0.001%. Because that's, oh my god, I don't even, okay, whatever. 1% is like 1 out of, is like 100 anime women. And he's implying that he's like somewhat near 1%. I don't know. Anyway. He's talking about your secret first video. Oh, true. Have you guys seen that? Have I ever shown that on stream? The, Dragon Ball Z tier list, whatever it was. EliteAri better make his best guess what year I was born in. And he gets it wrong, I'm leaving forever. My guess would be 2002. That's my guess. She's being so nice to him. I guess. He's literally right, Lamau. The anime man is right. I'm losing respect for our queen. Or I'm right. I'm losing respect for our queen. What's wrong with Inyaku? I'm so confused. What are we fighting about? He's just saying, like, he's defending his point, which, to be fair, is probably, it's just the chain of, like, dumbness. Like, the original comment felt a bit dumb, his response felt a bit dumb, this video feels a bit dumb, his response, it's just, like, all, like, I don't really care about any of this. This is all just, like, a little bit dumb, but it is what it is. Her point is that men should always just concede all arguments to women. I don't know, maybe a little bit. My guess is 2001, interesting. If I was born in 2002, I'd kill myself, says Kyle. Uh-oh. I could read that many ways. I don't know what that means. I guess he's younger than that, because he'd be ashamed if he was old. Kyle would hate being perceived as an old man. That's why me and Miller are best friends. Interesting. Heath is using one of the many strange emojis that are in YouTube, which looks like a microphone with a sad face in it. Or something. No way Kyle is the same age as me, says not Mr. James. Wow. All right, let's continue.
Kind of female representation in them, and I think I did a pretty good job of naming as many as possible within a 1-minute time frame.
Okay, I don't think he's being malicious making this video. I think he's just like any other commenter, maybe any other Redditor. I'm sorry, Joey, but when you hear criticism, it's just the moment you hear criticism and getting really defensive about it. I get wanting to defend the medium. People were bullied a lot for liking anime. I genuinely love Joey's responses because this is a perfect way to show you guys this is what happens whenever a woman says an opinion. You just keep going in circles.
And what do you mean alienating women from them? If you personally don't feel comfortable with a show, then don't watch it. Go and watch something else that makes you more comfortable.
This is what I mean. Nobody is saying that women are incapable of enjoying battle shonen. A lot of girls like it. I love it. Clearly, a lot of girls do. But again, if a girl says, hey, I kind of have like a thought that I sort of don't like about this show, and your response is just, then go watch something else. You're not actually hearing her out. You're not actually hearing me. You're not actually engaging with the thought that I'm having, the discussion I'm trying to give or add to how I feel about the show.
I love it. This is funny. I don't even know why. It's like it's the fact that, like, it's an indirect, like, she's saying it, she's like not even telling him, she's like telling us, the audience, but she's like pretending to be speaking to him. I don't know, this is just funny. This alienates some people, and responding with, then go somewhere else is so fascinating. That's alienating them. You literally tell them to go away. That's so funny. True. My goodness. And then there's the anime man who's like doing his best like Chibi Reviews impression. It's just all just so funny. I don't know. My goodness. Anyway. Surely do be holding the phone like that, huh? What's wrong with this? I hold the phone like that sometimes, like this. If you're like taking a video or something, you know. Or like reading a script, which she might be doing now, I don't know. Anyway. He is malicious. Oh, wow. Drag his ass, says Kyle. Just concede all your points to women, no matter what, bro. What if they're wrong, though? You don't want to concede if they're wrong, right? Yes, all men, says Kyle. It does feel dishonest that she's framing thousands of mouth breathers on TikTok, spamming him as just criticism. Drag his ass, take him out. Okay, I don't actually have any position on this. I haven't really thought much about it because this all just seems so dumb. I'd probably want to look more into this. My guess is, just based on the clips I've seen in this video, I don't know anything besides this, and I think Kyle watched something about this. There's a lot of random TikToks out there where it's like, it'll be just some interview, like the one we just saw. It'll be someone just saying something pretty tame, like, oh, we need more women, like, main characters, and they just happen to say that because they got pulled over to the interview, like, for a 2-second TikTok or whatever. And then it gets popular, and then, like, there's a bunch of commenters, and they're all saying, huh, L take, bad, oh my god, women, am I right? And it'll be, like, super racist comments. It's TikTok, obviously, it's gonna be terrible. And then there'll be the second wave of, like, all these responses to it, and the anime man is probably, like, the symbolic, like, head of that in this case, I guess. And usually the symbolic head of the response is, like, probably very dumb in the opposite way. Like, they're kind of representing a certain movement of people who are probably just not very well thought out, and they're very, like, reactionary or whatever, which is kind of what it seems like he was doing, like a very defensive kind of, like, reactionary kind of thing. And then we have, like, the third layer here, or the fourth layer or whatever, which is, like, the content that surrounds it, that is going to last years and years, that would go on forever, not years, but, like, months and months or whatever. I don't know. Who knows? The real thing is that, man, people say things at conventions that they probably haven't well thought out because they were pulled over for 2 seconds to be like, what do you think? Sure, you have an opinion on anime? And they give an opinion, and they weren't really thinking about they were going to be a famous TikTok, and then somehow all of this spawns out of it. So, I don't know. Whose position am I on? I don't know, but I defend the woman in the original clip based on what I've seen, okay? Because, man, it's probably a bit unfair to be dragged across the internet because you gave an interview for a random video that someone pulled you aside for. But true. Maybe there's different context, will change my mind, but maybe not. EliteAri, what are the ethics of hearting agreeable comments on your argumentative video? I would never do it, okay? At least I don't think I've done it. I personally don't respond to comments. I don't like comments anymore. I don't heart them because I don't want anything to do with it. When I put a video out there, it's out there, okay? Sometimes I just don't interact whatsoever, pretty much. There's, like, nothing I do. Am I allowed to wish violence on... No, you can't wish violence on anyone. No violence allowed. I think it's a sign of weakness and concession, says Kyle. Not allowed, true. I never watched anything about this EliteAri. I never watched anything about this. EliteAri's gone crazy. Did I watch it on stream? I remember I was in the kitchen, and I watched, like, he was listing off anime characters. I'm, like, pretty sure Kyle watched it, or someone did. I don't know. And I don't watch any other streams about anime, or just any other streams in general right now, so I don't know. If you're giving a self-described hot take, is the point not to argue with it? I mean, in the moment. If you're talking about the original woman in the clip, maybe I'm just not understanding the clip. To me, this seemed like there's, like, a lot of TikTok pages out there where it's, like, very clearly there was, like, a person, the person whose TikTok account it is, they go around at a convention. Maybe they go and they ask, like, 50 to 100 people, just give me your hottest anime take or something. And then they'll clip it into, like, 50 to 100 different videos they'll release, right? And they'll do this. This will be their entire, like, TikTok page. And the people who were in the videos, they didn't, like, sign up to be there or anything. They just happened to, like, they're at an anime convention, some person walks by, and then they, like, give a take that they have. I don't think they're doing it to be argumentative or anything. They're just, like, having fun, like, giving a take. I don't think they're expecting, like, the internet to have a whole response where they hate this person and there's, like, different layers of discourse that are all hating on each other and arguing about, like, sex. I don't think they really thought that deeply about it when they gave their opinion, is my guess. Because most people, believe it or not, in the real world at conventions and stuff, they just don't really care. Like, they don't work, they're not anti-work, they're just people, like random people who don't really think much about it. Or maybe they have some cursory position, but they don't really think too deeply about it. And that's most likely what happened here, I'm guessing. But yeah. But what do I know? It is very possible that if I watch that clip, which I have no idea how to find it, that it would change my mind. I'm much more interested in how stark the differences between male and female protagonists in anime. I genuinely don't think it will be as wide as some people think it is, even if it does lean one way. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's probably like I probably have to think more about it, but like, does it really matter if a character is like what's more important? Like the gender of the character or the gender of the like writer of the character or the creator of the character? Like for these people, like for people who care about like if you have let's say that all anime characters, the main characters were women, and it's like all written by like men. Is that better? Like, does that make it good? I don't know. Probably not. I'm guessing, right? I don't know. Fuck my fans, says Creedon. Wow. Yeah, lol, like Emma from Promised Neverland could just be a guy. In season 1, probably, I guess. Mao Mao is probably the best female character where being a woman is actually a core part of her story. Wow, not Mr. Gems wants to make gender part of a character's story. That's just so reductive, my goodness. Too bad Apothecary is literally unwatchable week to week and has to be binged to be any good. That's not true, even though I haven't seen it, but people love that show. I should have said protagonist, probably. Wow. I am woke, says Kyle. Ask ChatGPT what percentage of anime MCs are male versus female. True. Yeah, I know exactly what it'll say. It'll say the predominant number is the majority are men or something, but it's not going to give a number. So we're going to force it to give a number. What percentage of anime main characters are male versus female? Give a actual percentage. I don't want you rambling about, oh, I can't know for sure, man. It's like roughly, I want an exact percentage. Let's see. Male main characters, 68%. Female main characters, 32%. All right, there we go. We have a conclusive answer, okay? Imagine if Rifugin was a woman. True. That'd be very funny. 70-30. Wow, look at that. Oh my god. It's going to be worse than that, actually. No, you're dead on, according to ChatGPT, which who knows what they're referencing here. Some random article, which is not loading. So, oh, it's got a security thing. Am I human? Oh, it's like an actual article. Okay. The Heroine with 1,000 Faces. Universal Trends in Characterization of Female Folktale Protagonists. From 2005. Thanks, ChatGPT. This is what happens when you force it to have a position when it probably didn't want to, okay? This is sad to watch. I know. Miller just hates women. He's sad to see them so represented. My goodness. Get it dry. You tell that robo what's good. True. All right, let's keep going.
Saying just go watch something else just shuts down the conversation instead of leaning into it with curiosity. If you're responding, if this is a video responding to backlash, why don't you try to understand perspective instead of getting defensive? Because I can like anime but also want better for it. I think anime improving writing is better for everyone, right? When I made my Shonen Girls Are Trash video years ago, one of my biggest examples was of course soccer.
You gotta skip it. All right, we're done. There's nothing else we can probably get from this anyway. But true. Spoilers for Naruto. Chainsman Part 2 in the loneliness epidemic. Oh my goodness. The backroom situation just got worse. Oh my god. I went to the Cannes Film Festival. We have to make evil too sexy. My goodness. Attack on Titan, the final season, official trailer. Man, remember when it looked really good in the trailer and it looked really bad when Mappa made it? Oh my god, this is so exciting. It's Falco. Seeing Falco in the sky in his vision. Okay, no, this is the actual trailer. Okay. The teaser was the one that looked good, because this is literally footage from the show. Oh my goodness. Wait, is it? I don't know. True. What is Kyle spamming right now? Thing. Your. A. I don't know what he's saying. Watched the Mushoku Tensei Season 1 trailer? No, it's okay. Is he good? Creedon. No, something's wrong with Kyle. Alright. Spider Noir. You know, I heard that this existed like a few months ago, and I really basically had no interest to watch it. And then I was on TikTok, and I saw a trailer for it, and I thought, man, this is pretty cool. It's like black and white. And it looked really cool. So maybe I'll watch it, but probably not.
I was 14 years old when My Hero Academia first came out. I watched it during the peak of superhero culture. Marvel was dominating movies, and superheroes...
Shanaro. Why did you do that? Why is everyone typing in capital letters? What is happening? Am I, like, missing something? Gomenasai. Kyle-san, true. Star Wars The Force Awakens review. Oh my god. 10 years ago.
Back in May of 1980, Darth Vader revealed a shocking secret and left moviegoers to ponder its implication for 3 long years. He was Luke Skywalker's father. The truth is that I have a deep, dark secret of my own. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Not having grown up with them, I first watched the original...
Oh my god, she's just like me. I wasn't a Star Wars fan either until I watched a Star Wars movie.
Sometime in my early 20s, then again a few years later. Both times I had the same reaction. They were fine. Clearly, they were an important part of cinematic history, but I wasn't converted to Star Wars fandom the way millions of other viewers had been. So during Christmas, when a friend asked me if I wanted to go see it, I agreed, but was skeptical that I would actually enjoy myself. Much to my surprise, I did. It's a fun movie, and unlike the tedious and lifeless prequels, it's a solid Star Wars film, a spirited and exciting sci-fi adventure. By far what I found most appealing about The Force Awakens, one of the most anticipated films of the decade, and one of the most universally beloved...
Okay, based on, it's called Feminist Frequency, I assume it's gonna be Rey. Rey was a great main character.
...film franchises of all time, is that its 2 main characters are a white woman and a black man.
Oh, it's even... Okay, that's more extreme than I thought, but okay, true.
This is meaningful not only because it moves Star Wars into a space that better reflects its...
Okay, true. My goodness. What a place the world was back in 2015. I sent, like, way more videos. True. I never finished ART. Do they ever explain why Falco was dreaming about the 3D maneuver gear or whatever? Do I remember? Absolutely not. I feel like they did explain it, but I don't remember. Do you think EliteAri knows who this is? Of course. I know her. Why Evangelion 3.0 was a garbage movie. I don't know why. I don't think I'm going to enjoy this video. But we'll know in the first 5 seconds. This video has spoilers for Neon Genesis Evangelion, okay? The end of Evangelion. Evangelion 1.0 and 2.0 and 3.0. If you haven't seen the original series, then go watch it now. It's good, I swear. Okay.
Look, I really don't want to board this Evangelion hate train, okay? I've never in my life experienced a work of art or a movie or anything that's touched me as much as Evangelion has. I mean, it's kind of pathetic to say it's anime. I love Evangelion. It's a problem. I own the CDs. I'm reading the fucking...
All right. Now this is an interesting video. Which I opened in the wrong browser somehow. I don't know how I did that. But okay. Why video games cost so much to make? Oh my goodness. What a good point. Why would they? I don't know. Do they? I feel like most games are probably pretty cheap, right? But then you have like... There's probably a lot of games that are just like really expensive for some reason. Like, isn't GTA, doesn't that cost like $1 billion to make or something ridiculous like that? I don't know. Why are movies expensive to make? Like blockbuster movies. I guess it's because there's like so many people involved, right? And you have to pay salaries for people. Like salaries would be the expense. It's difficult to make complicated code, I guess. Code is expensive until AI takes over. I don't know. Who knows? Why are games expensive? Because, man, there's a lot of coders, and the coders are really bad, man, guys. We gotta get better coders, man. Bro doesn't know feminist frequency. That is true. This is Anita. Of course I know Anita. Bro's watching more of this than the plebe and the weeb review. Is that this? Did I miss? What was the... I don't know which one that was. I'm scrolling up. I don't see the plebe and the weeb review. I watched this whole Destiny video. Huh? It's not a Destiny video. Why hasn't he been making videos for the last decade? I watched his whole Destiny video. I have no idea what you're talking about. Destiny's like a video game. I'm guessing you're talking about that. This guy's like a video gamer? Oh, why Destiny died. Okay, I see. I don't know. Wait. Wait. Oh, I thought you were going to say this is like a 10-year gap or something. Is this like a famous person? I don't know who this is. It's part of my great Gamergate research. Evangelion. Because the actors get big paychecks. This is the biggest games journalist. Oh, this is like a famous person? I have no idea. I thought it was like a random small channel. What? Okay, let's see.
Let's talk about video game budgets. I think there is a lot of misinformation out there about why games cost.
Why are they expensive? I gotta lock in my actual guess now. Firstly, I don't even know if they're expensive. I'd probably fight on that because I don't know, or not fight. I just have no idea. I would assume on the most part they're probably relatively cheap, right, compared to most like business endeavors. I would assume, because there's like no physical assets or anything. It's all like it's literally all like mental time and like actual like salaries that you're paying would be like the major asset, right? But why would they be expensive? I assume it's literally because there's like probably a lot of people working on it, right? And it just takes a lot of effort to make a game. I don't know. That's my guess. I don't know. That's probably like what else would be expensive about a game? What is there something like obvious I'm forgetting? Like it'd be similar to why movies are expensive, but games are like much more like annoying to make than a movie, so they're probably just be more expensive than movies because it's like this, I don't know. There's a lot of people involved most times for expensive games. I don't know. Let's see.
So much to make and how we got to this point. If you look on YouTube, you'll see a lot of big splashy headlines with the YouTube face attached to them about how Concord cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make, and now after I put out that Destiny video, Destiny 3 $500 million to make. And so I want to put some of these numbers.
Oh wait, unless when they say make, they mean like marketing and stuff. Because that would buy that. That's definitely, it would be very expensive. But if they're just talking about the raw cost of like making a game, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Because they sound really big, right? Like, oh my God, games are now costing $300, $400, $500 million to make, and they are really big. But where does that come from? And what is it actually going to? I think I think people need to understand that in order to be able to talk about games in a more, let's call it a more informed way. So let's start from the beginning. Games budgets, where do they go? I think a lot of people maybe think of film budgets or other just kind of expenses across the world, different projects that they've worked on, where a lot of that budget is going towards expensive equipment or location fees.
Yeah, games wouldn't have that, right?
Or other just kind of big expenses that you need in order to make things. With games, it's a little bit different. Games do not really require a lot of expensive equipment.
Oh, you're stealing my talking points. This is my first thing. Okay.
Computers and hardware, but like in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much money. There is real estate costs, and office space is certainly a factor, but the biggest expense in game development is people.
Okay, I just have all the talking points. Let's see. All right.
The reason for that is that on a game you need to pay salaries of people.
Sure, that's what I said.
Say film productions, just as a point of comparison, you generally can't on a game just cycle people in and out for very short periods as you need them. A lot of people need to be working on the game from the beginning to the end. Granted, you can have some people come in and game projects certainly will shift up and down in their staffing depending on what state of the project they're in and what else they need. But for the most part, you need to have a lot of people working on a game for a long time in order to make that work. So here is a rule of thumb for how to calculate budgets. It's funny, when I was reporting on my first book, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, back in 2015, 2016 or so, I got a very helpful number, which is 10,000. That was the estimate at the time for the monthly burn rate of your average employee. Now, this is
what is a monthly burn rate? Is that how much it costs? 10,000? Like, would that be like salary and then whatever other expenses they cost you? Because that's really interesting. I don't know. Anyway. This guy leaks everything. It'll be salaries going up. Yeah, I would be amazed if it was anything else but salaries, but I guess we'll see. He works for Bloomberg. That's a famous place. That is true. It is a very reputable place too. Like somewhere that I would probably trust news from. Games are very expensive in terms of entertainment stuff on the high end. I mean, that makes sense, right? It takes a long time to make them. But then again, minute for minute, movies are definitely more expensive. I would be shocked if minute for minute, a movie, like on average, a movie was more expensive. Maybe if you're going by like the like top 10 grossing movies of the year, that would be more expensive. But I would bet on like average, a game is significantly more expensive minute for minute. it is like way harder to produce a minute of a game than it would be to produce. Well, it depends on the game, I guess. My guess would be way more expensive for a game. But I don't know. Maybe I guess there's too much variability in this question anyway. But
I should preface this by saying we're talking about estimates here. We're going to do a little bit of napkin math and try to figure out how we're getting into those hundreds of millions of dollars ranges. But this is all estimates, and that's generally what budgets are built upon, is estimates. So let's say the burn rate for people was $10,000 per month per person back then. That was generally the estimate. So what does that mean? So that adds up to $120,000 a year. That is a combination of salary, of benefits and overhead, and of other various kind of miscellaneous costs, including you can kind of fold in maybe some office costs in there, some computer costs in there, miscellaneous. So that's the bucket, right?
Electricity.
The number has gone up since there, but let's do a little bit of napkin math to try to figure out what that means. Look, I got a fancy calculator here. Let's
oh my god.
Okay, so we have our 10,000. So 10,000 per month. Now let's say, how many people do we want on this project? Let's say
so if we're making a AAA game, we want 5,000 people.
we're working on a project. It's 2015, so fewer people than you need today. But let's say we're working on a project that takes, I don't know, 100 people, right? So we're going to multiply that by 100 people. So that is our number for the amount that we're spending per month. So about $1 million per month on our 100 people. And now let's try to figure out, so how many months are we actually going to take on this project?
We're going to take 36 months.
Let's say it's a 3-year project, which again used to be the kind of the standard par for the course. So we're gonna multiply that by 36, and then we get our final budget number, 36 million. So just to repeat, that's $10,000 per person per month, multiplied by 100 people. So that's about $1 million per month, multiplied over the course of 30.
You know, this reminds me of that one time we calculated the numbers to talk about that damn Bernie Sanders tweet that was really triggering to me about Chipotle and how much salary you were all against me for some reason. I think that's my memory of it. But he's doing the same thing I did. Okay, I love this guy. This guy's great.
36 months. So that.
Wait, is this guy like a guy we like, or is this usually like a bad guy that people don't like? I don't know. Anyway, like a movie is only 2 hours for like 100 million, but a game is 300 million for 20 hours. There is no way that the average movie costs 100 million to make. I don't know. There's no way. If we compare like the top 10, like most expensive games versus most expensive movies, yeah, then the games would lose. The movies would be actually, yeah, then most likely the movies would be like cost way more per minute. But if we're talking on like wider ranges, then the game would definitely win. You got to pay more salaries for game dev, I think, compared to a movie. I have no idea. I absolutely no idea. Probably. But there's lots of different levels in quality. True. We like this guy, EliteAri. He's on kind of funny sometimes. Oh, wow. I said on the high end. What do you mean by high end? How many games do you think come out like a year, and how many movies do you think come out a year? Like, what is the high end? Do you think those numbers are comparable?
36 million. Pretty simple math, right? So that's a project that takes 36 million. Again, we're talking about napkin math here. In reality, these budgets are going to look a lot more complicated. People are going to cycle in and out of the project. You might need to bring in some outsourcing at the end to help out with things. You might need to bring in, I don't know, playtesters and kind of other various things you're going to have to
Playtesters. We don't need playtesters. My goodness.
Pay cert fees. There's a lot of other complicated factors, but napkin math,
if I made a video game, I would be the playtester.
Is what we
and all of you guys in the chat, you would all be the playtesters, okay?
Go with. So, cut to today. That number has.
Should I make a video game next week using ChatGPT? For $0? Well, for like $30 or whatever the cost of the ChatGPT subscription is, and my time. I said on the high end, most expensive, 1v1 game. 1 Avengers versus 1 Naughty Dog. Why are you picking Avengers and why are you picking Naughty Dog? If playtesting was a real job, everyone would do it. Well, I mean, if it was like a consistent job, right? Use us for your twisted little experiments. True.
Gone up since.
That's what you guys are participating in an experiment every time you go to EliteAri.com/poll and you vote in the poll. Let's see what's winning. Jesus, Onimai is winning. Apocalypse Hotel, lovely.
And I think at a lot of the most expensive cities, we're talking more $15,000, $20,000 burn rate per person per month. So,
oh my goodness.
Let's try to figure out what a game would cost by today's standards in one of these expensive.
You know how much an AI costs to make a game? I'm assuming probably less than that, but maybe not. I don't know.
Cities, right? So let's.
But it wouldn't be as good.
Let's go with 15,000 per month. A lot more people it takes. I mean, look at a place like Bungie. Bungie has, I believe, around 800 employees. I'm not 100% sure what that number is at now, but some of these games are taking hundreds of people to work on. So let's say that we're working on a big AAA game. Let's say it's 400 people. That's pretty typical for like full-time staff for a big AAA production these days. So we're gonna go with 400. So that is our monthly burn rate.
That's so much.
Sorry. man, the text is really small on my calculator. That is 6 million per month. We're talking about 6 million per month. So now, I think 3 years is the low end of the spectrum these days. So let's say that this is more like 5 years, right? So we're gonna go with 60 months. And now
Oh
we are
my
at a much
God.
bigger number. Now we are at $360 million. And now you can see how we are getting into the 300 million plus territory just by multiplying some of those numbers by a little bit. $360 million for a video game. So again, that is a burn rate. And this is kind of the low end of the burn rate, $15,000 per month for a team of 400 people across 5 years. That is $360 million. And if you look around the industry, like you've seen, it's very public. Some companies come out with a game and then don't come out with another game for 5-6 years. So these numbers are not just made up here. This is real. These are real timelines. You can also, some of them are public about their staffing numbers. Some of them have been very transparent about that. Otherwise, you can kind of look on LinkedIn and get a sense for how many people are at a company. Some of these companies have thousands of people, so we might be going into numbers way higher than this. So this is just, again, some napkin math. Let's just for fun, let's go on the higher end of things. So let's say you are in, I don't know, Seattle or Los Angeles or San Francisco, and let's say your burn rate is way higher.
Well, the expensive cities, my
closer
goodness.
To
100,000 per month.
Let's high end. Let's say 20,000 a month, right?
Okay, true. I've got to make my recommendations, says Kyle. True.
So that's $240,000 a year per employee. If you're in San Francisco and you're competing with Anthropic and Meta and Google for engineer salaries, $240,000 a year might be lowballing it. Like those people might be making more than that. And if you go and you look on job listings for some of these companies, you can actually see some salary bands that are upwards and into these numbers. And by the way, I think a lot of people out there might hear some of these numbers and think like, holy crap, these game developers, they are the 1%. But it's worth putting in context here that in these cities,
living expenses are very high.
Closer to an average salary, like a salary you need in order to live a comfortable life.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, buy a decent sized house and have kids. That is not like, if you're making $240,000 a year, or even $400,000 a year in a city like San Francisco, you are not rich by any means. You're maybe upper middle class. But anyway, okay, so let's take our $20,000 burn rate. Let's do that by, let's say, let's keep one of these variables the same. Let's say we have a 400 person studio. So kind of like a standard, I believe some of the high end like Sony studios are around there. I think their 400 is pretty par for the course in AAA these days. Just off the top of my head.
I'm curious what the rest of this video is going to be. I feel like it's proved this point in the first like 3 minutes. Well, like explain the point. What could the rest
I
possibly
don't want
be?
to spit out numbers because some of these staffing numbers are just changing all the time. But there's some big studios that have around 400 employees. So let's say 20,000 times 400. So that is our calculation for our burn rate every single month. Again, crazy numbers, $8 million every single month. That is, I mean, just think about that. That's how much we're burning every time. Whenever we're in pre-production and we have people just kind of tooling away on an idea, trying to figure out what's going to work. That is $8 million, right? So, and let's say, let's make this a little shorter. Let's say we miraculously managed to make a new game, not in the 5 or 6 years that it actually takes these days, but let's say it only took us 4 years. So times 48. And again, we are upwards of $300 million. We are in the 384.
All right, let's skip around. Is he just going to be calculating?
No, that you're making a lottery. Again, there's all sorts of facts a little quicker, and there's a lot of month full time, and just have them in our studio every single day, just watching timelines. The fact that it takes more and more people to make games, more and more time to make games, that is what is causing these budgets to
you know what? I feel like I got that in the first 30 seconds. But okay.
Out of control. $240 million. But let's say that we are spending, let's say we're game companies are shutting studios down and laying people off and trying to cut costs.
Okay, true. My goodness. So funny thinking about all the money Naughty Dog has burned the past decade. No wonder Sony is mad. Are they games? Do they not make back the money? I thought isn't Naughty Dog like really popular? I don't know anything about the gaming industry. I would have assumed that they make way more money than they take, right? Or not? Millie, you've never sent a more click off in 5 seconds video than you just did. True. Let's see. No, we gotta watch this one first. Sometimes those are the best vids. It may be. What is this one? Oh, it's the Craftsdorf one, isn't it? I mean, I don't really want... It's gonna give me spoilers for One Piece. I just know it. Oh my god, it's Chopper. So, or Tony-kun, as Nami said in that episode.
Born with a blue nose, Chopper was brought into the world not having a place within it. Belittled by his herd, he was finally kicked out after eating a devil fruit, crossing a line into humanity he could never return from, but only by half a step. Even his human form was just another reflection of his origin, that of a young boy so cursed as to have been born a monster. Having done nothing wrong, he was scorned for his very existence through that label he could never distance himself from. But one man looked past that. A simple doctor, Hiraluk wanted to heal all. A patient was a patient, even if they attacked him, no matter who or what they were.
You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to watch it, because I want to have my own opinions on One Piece. I don't want to hear these opinions and get influenced, okay? We're done. No One Piece videos until I watch all of One Piece. Because I want to actually have my own original, like, things. Because I don't really know much. I'm trying to think. I know a lot about, like, random arc names and stuff. But I don't know what people think about things. Like, I don't want to get all the, like, Drum Island talking points now. until maybe afterwards when I'm done with the show, or like significantly into it maybe, and then I can like see what people think about stuff, I guess. Bro, it's one of the greatest videos on the internet. The opening monologue is better than anything you've ever seen. Maybe. I checked it as 0 spoilers. What are the themes of Drum Island? I don't know. I don't think about themes. The themes of Drum Island. You should always be very respectful to people. That's like a theme, respect. Because Usopp was bowing to all those hiking bears and the big women that was scary to him and he thought they were bears. So respect, I guess. I don't know. You should watch that Red Letter Media review. Don't worry, I saw it before you sent that, I think, or before I saw that. I'm curious. Drum. True. Here's my Drum Island talking point. Little Garden is better. It is interesting. I think Kyle, if I were to guess, Kyle probably hasn't... Firstly, I don't think he's seen the animes. He's probably read it. But also, he probably just hasn't read it in a while, so he doesn't remember. That's my guess. So he thinks the Little Garden was better because he just doesn't remember Drum Island enough. Or it's like a thing where people really love Drum Island, so he like doesn't want to be the popular opinion, so he like has the opposing opinion. That's my guess. But maybe he actually does like Little Garden better. Who knows?
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Guy. Remember, so you don't have... What the fuck am I doing? No, really.
Oh my god.
What the fuck am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. Scooby-Doo the Douche Horse movie.
Alright.
Yeah, fuck it. Here's what I think of the movie. It fucking sucks. The end. No, I wouldn't do that.
I think I've seen this. This is the one with the aliens or whatever, right? Yeah, I've seen this. This scared me as a kid. This is a very scary movie. One of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
To you, but at the same time, is this it? Is this really life? No, this isn't life. This isn't anything even representing life. But it's life for me. It's pretty pathetic, but it's all I got. I know what you're saying. Wow, that's pretty sad. Well, you know, yeah, it is fucking sad. I don't get to go out and hang with friends. I don't even have any friends. I have nobody to contribute anything to. I have nobody to talk to or bounce things off of. You know, say, hey, what'd you think of that? I'll tell you what I think of that. No, it's just me bitching and moaning like I always do. And someone say, well, that's a pretty sad existence. Oh, yeah, it is a pretty sad existence. Just say you're fucking about fucking down. I mean, for God's sake, I've never done anything to make someone's life better or gone and play a game with somebody. I would love to play a game with somebody. Wouldn't it be great? I mean, somebody's just like, oh, hey, why don't you ever play this game with us? What game? Parcheesi. I don't know what the fuck people are playing, but you know what? It'd be nice. It'd be nice to be invited. I've never even gone out to a bar with somebody, hang with some friends. I've never gone to a strip club. Okay, I've gone to a couple strip clubs, but I've never gone with anybody. I've never been there and actually been like, again, not with people, but still, you know what? It'd be nice just one day to go somewhere where somebody's just having a good time and somebody just says out of nowhere, hey, you know what? That guy was okay. Not great, but he was okay. Instead of, hey, who was that little fuck shit? Well, I'll tell you who that fuck shit is. Hey, so let's go to credit. Hey, remember, since now you don't fucking have to. Even though every fucking day he exists, he wishes he didn't have to. He wishes he didn't have to do this bullshit to make you work and get you ratings. And why does it happen? Why do you keep coming back? Because you're fucking sick and I'm fucking stupid. That's the way it is. That's the way it's always gonna be. There's no change.
I heard this the whole video.
There's no past. The present is a joke. Everything is hell. My life is hell. This is the worst thing a human being could ever go through. Ah!
Is this all gonna be one take?
So, let's start.
Genius. Firstly, this would kill on TikTok, okay? He needs to cut this out and put it on TikTok. People will love it. Secondly, man, what a commitment to a bit. My God. I wish I could do something like this in my videos, you know. If I had the passion, if I had the energy, I would absolutely try something like this. My goodness. You know, sometimes you see videos and you're like, I want to do something like that. And this is definitely one of those videos. Holy. You can see why he's famous, you know, in videos like this. My God. The true poor guy. My goodness. Or poor, what's his name? Doug. Poor Doug. Okay. That's very close. Lovely. Go back and watch my streams at the time to see the true feelings. True, maybe. You literally didn't pick up on the Zoro, Sanji, Brogy, Dory parallel. The Zoro... You didn't pick up on the Zoro, Sanji, Brogy, Dory parallel. Don't talk bad about Little Garden. Not only did I not pick up on it, but I'm not even picking up on it now when I'm thinking about it. And the only thing I'm thinking when I think that is, man, I feel like it's a very boring parallel if that's the case. But nothing is coming to mind about it. But maybe one day I'll be convinced. Maybe Little Garden. I like Little Garden. It was a good arc. But the parallel did not stick out to me. Those movies are masterpieces for real. The Scooby-Doo ones? I've only seen one, and it really scared me as a kid. The little dog got big at the end, and it was really scary. Or something like that. And there were aliens, and the aliens were really scary. Or the monsters or whatever. 2 was better, though. I don't think I've seen 2. He's a comedic genius, man. Keep watching. He reviews the movie alongside the past and future selves. Of course he does. You can hear the pain in his voice. That's true. The Broggy and Dory were fighting because of a hunting competition, just like what Zoro and Sanji did during this arc. Oh. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. True. I think Scrappy Doo was the bad guy. Yeah, the little dog. Little dog. He got big. It was really scary.
This is where I usually show a few clips from the trailer because I was too lazy to find any actual clips that are visually interesting for you. And I, of course, talk over it. I mean...
Is that Mr. Bean?
Where I usually show a few clips from the trailer because I was too lazy to find any actual clips that are visually interesting for you. And I, of course, talk over it.
It is, isn't it? That's the Mr. Bean guy, isn't it?
I mean, what's the point in trying to change anything, right? I am where I am. Nothing's going to make it any different. It's not like I can just go back in time and alert my young self of the hell that awaits him.
All right, Scooby-Doo the movie! This is gonna be so clever and
You know, they don't make videos like this anymore, do they?
What the hell? Holy shit, it's like looking into the future!
Is that me from...
Wait, how old is this? It could be new. Okay, 9 years ago, okay.
Oh, hey, does the internet ever become anything, or do we still just use it for porn? It's porn, isn't it?
Wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. How am I able to talk to my younger self?
I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact I'm about to watch the awesome Scooby-Doo movie. It's great because I remember Scooby-Doo existed, and this movie remembers that Scooby-Doo existed, so it's really tapping into my childhood. Well, what's the word I'm looking for?
Nostalgia?
No, that's not it.
Oh.
Look, younger me, whatever you do, don't watch that piece of crap.
What? But they say it's a satirical, hip, new look at the characters I know and love.
But it's not done well. It's just a corporate sellout.
Oh, well, forget it. I hate corporate sellouts. They're all narcs. They can all just kiss my ass. Hey, by the way, what's it like making bajillions of dollars selling your ideas?
Yeah, about that. Little word of advice from your future self. You may not want to keep making those videos.
What? Why not?
Trust me, they're not as good as you think they are.
Well, what the hell do you know, you stupid close-minded narc?
I knew you, dumbass!
Yeah, well, how do I know the corporations didn't get to you? How do I know they didn't find you and like brainwash you into talking to your younger self, convincing me not to make the greatest movies of all time?
Look, I'm not making this up. Listen to me, this is totally believable. You need to stop because Mara Wilson, the little girl from Mrs. Doubtfire, is going to find them and blackmail you with them years later.
It's just like some deep lore on the Nostalgia Critic? I don't even know what that means.
Dude, that's seriously the best you could come up with.
Oh my god, if only you could see the future so you could understand what's in store for you.
Awesome!
What are you doing here? What am I doing here? What's going on here?
I don't know. It's like all these different parts of my life are coming together. The past, present, and future. All I wanted to do was just watch the fucking Scooby-Doo movie.
Right. I was going to put it on too.
What a performance. I love this. Future guy's great.
My memory of Scooby-Doo is so bad, I was going to put it on to see if I could remember it.
But wait, both I and the young me were going to watch it too.
Great God. We're all going to watch the same movie.
Yeah, so?
And yet somehow it caused a temporal anomaly in time. We best watch this movie together, critic. Something tells me that all the answers to our questions may be in this film.
Oh, trust me, this film has no answers.
Speak for yourself, narc.
Oh, shut up, you pretentious little...
Hey, don't make me split myself apart.
He started it, narc.
Well, let's go ahead and see if we can figure out what's going on. Let's watch the Scooby-Doo movie.
Oh my god.
Big shock. A pop song.
Yeah, but so what? The original had pop songs too.
Yeah, and I'm sure that never dated either. Just like having Sandy Duncan or the Harlem Globetrotters.
Who?
Exactly. So after listening to, I don't know, Scoob Doggy Dog, we start off with a caper going on.
Well, it's already so scary. Oh my god. I remember watching this as a kid and being like so scared.
Or rather,
it's like an actual like ghost demonic spirit thing.
The end of the caper, actually.
Shockingly, Daphne's been captured again. When the Luna Ghost rounds the corner with Daphne, Shaggy and Scooby will pop out of the barrel.
There was a scene where she was like dressed in like a really uncomfortable outfit. I remember that. Or is that not this movie? It was like really orange and glossy and it was like, I remember being like, man, that would be so annoying to be wearing.
And you'll activate the conveyor belt, spilling the vat of oil onto the floor.
Did we fast forward past a few scenes?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? They're giving you a taste of what one of the capers on the show was like, but you wouldn't really get that unless you grew up watching the show.
Well, I did, and I think it's very clever that they're satirizing the original, showing that they have a sense of humor. By making Scooby look like Marmaduke. Seriously, is that supposed to be Scooby-Doo? It barely looks like him.
That looks like Scooby-Doo. I guess, I don't know. This probably is my Scooby-Doo. I don't know how much of the original I watched. My goodness. No one on YouTube now could pull off this kind of video. Well, yes, I mean, he's still making videos, right? Maybe he still does make videos like this. I don't know. Oh, poor guy. Oh my god. Play.
Yo, I'm so tired. This movie took a lot out of me. And it's not
Oh my
even,
god, his speech is being genuine.
like this is the worst film I've ever seen or anything like that. It's nowhere near.
You know, I have to be fair. I don't think I've heard a single person talk negatively about this movie. I think I've only ever heard people say, "Man, that was a fine movie." But interesting. Okay. But the reputation it has is like terrible for some reason. But everyone I've heard talk about it is like, it wasn't terrible. It was like good. It was fine. That's all I've ever heard about it. Anyway. I wish Heath was right about this video. Doug, I just called him Dog. Doug thinks he's gonna have hair in the future. True. Look at him. My God. We're going to watch these movies for real. By the way, this was the final Nostalgia Critic video before the third Channel Awesome movie where he is killed off and the character is retired for a few years. Oh, wow. It's so sad. He still makes Nostalgia Critic videos. This is a vlog out of character. That makes sense. This reminds me of when him and his brother made the Avatar and Korra review series that I watched. That's what I used to watch before reaction videos were a thing, I think.
Like the worst Star Wars film or anything, but even that would be something. This is a film obviously based on the hit show Mandalorian. Came out, you know, several years ago, and when that show first came on, it was exciting. It felt kind of new, even though it was Star Wars, which has been around for a while, and it was based on a whole bunch of, you know, popular genres, genres
right.
that lasted the test of time. You got like, spaghetti westerns in there. Sometimes you get a little film noir, sometimes you get like little 80s, sci-fi and exploitation films. I mean, just a whole bunch of cool stuff. It had atmosphere, and a story that was fun to follow. It had 2 really good seasons, and then it had a third one that was just not that great. But I didn't think quite as bad as everyone built it up to be, but a lot of stuff where you kind of scratch your head saying, what are you doing? It kind of lost its way. Ironic because the whole thing is that they say this is the way, which they never say in this, by the way. But I'm tired because I saw this film that's almost 2.5 hours. It's 2 hours, 15 minutes. Feels like 3. And I think like a lot of people are saying if they were going to do a movie, they should have done it close to after season 2. And they waited too long for this. Which all of that I could be a bit more forgiving of, but I literally had to come here after waiting a while watching this movie. I shot my review with Brad Jones, and then I drove back here. And, it's pretty late. It's about 11:30, which for me is late. And now I'm over 40. But I knew I had to still do it tonight because I'm thinking, well, I could just review it tomorrow. Just get up and then record it and upload it and everything. But I realized I'm gonna forget everything if I do that. It's all just gonna disappear.
True. Good point.
This film is unforgivably bland. This is like Solo, a Star Wars movie, or was it? No, not a Star movie. Solo, a Star Wars story, and Acolyte got together and made a.
Wait, what's wrong with the Acolyte? Oh my goodness, Acolyte was fine. It was like a little bad, but it wasn't terrible.
Big, boring, ugly baby. This is not a good-looking film. This is horrendously dull, and it's not something where they say lines or do things that are just laughably bad or laughably stupid, like, the prequels or something like that. It's just nothing. All the lines are lines you've heard from other movies and shows, but they're not done in a way where they're kind of winking like, yeah, we know what we're doing. We're doing a little tip of the hat. We're taking these popular genres and we're throwing our own cool spin on it.
Oh, wow. This has got me so excited for when I watch it. Oh my God. Red Letter Media called it the worst Star Wars film. Oh my goodness. That's kind of interesting. Solo was Star Wars story. True. Maybe this movie is good after all. Maybe. Wait, we can be done with this. All right, last thing that I'm going to go. What is this? Also, there are 2 groups of people. One group is the people who watch the intros here, and then there's me, who doesn't, okay?
Yeah. I wrote something, but I wasn't as inspired.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That was very good, Rich.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of myself.
Very blatantly like it was planned as a season of a TV show.
Like
Season
you
4
can
of Mandalorian.
feel where every episode begins and ends.
Yes. And so at some point in the putting that together, either pre-production or something, they said, let's put it in theaters. And my question is why?
Wait.
Oh, speculation based on nothing. We love it. Oh my goodness. Unless he has evidence for it. Wow.
This wasn't made entirely by an AI? That's
AI jerk.
Secret theory is that this was an experiment. It was. I know you got that look. Like, oh,
no,
I'm actually kind of serious.
I'm actually thinking about it.
Because just the voice performances alone were
very
so
bored.
flat. And I know that's the Mandalorian's thing,
but that's
every other character.
Yeah.
Was it Jeremy Allen White playing the
Rota? The Hutt.
Obviously, his pitch shifted and distorted, but there was nothing that distinguished him as an actor whatsoever. It sounded like a robot was saying those lines. And then Sigourney Weaver, I had to squint to see if she was just completely AI. And even flying her spaceship at the end, was just flying like a
AI guys. Okay, we got the point. All right, lovely. Ari's such a non-Star Wars fan, watching reviews before watching this movie, has no urgency to watch it, hasn't even seen Maul yet. True. You know what I want? I just want to watch it on digital. If it was out on digital, I would watch it yesterday. I would have watched it a long time ago. But it's like a barrier for me to get to the theaters. It has to be something that I like a lot. Like the back rooms that I will be seeing in theaters. And anything else, if there's anything good. If they had an Attack on Titan movie, you bet I would have been in the theaters for that one. My goodness, but they didn't. Demon Slayer influence. I don't even know if... I feel like he's making fun of Demon Slayer, but I don't know. Maybe he loves Demon Slayer. You know, Demon Slayer was the movie of the year for the Anime Awards. How exciting. That just makes me want to watch it. I'm so excited. He's so mad. True. Mad for real. Can't take the facts. I love movie theaters. True, Kyle does love movie theaters. I don't know why. He just never goes to them. Why? Because he loves them so much. Anyway. I just got a YouTube comment on my phone. Rip, the cuteness got to him. True. That's what the comment said. Anyway. See you next week, guys. Expect a sensible bookworm video tomorrow, or a miscellaneous video. Expect a One Piece review on Sunday. And then maybe a miscellaneous video on Monday. And then that'll be it. And whenever Kyle is done with Naruto, you know, one day we'll have a Naruto video again, too. That's because I don't love myself, says Kyle. Don't leave, Ari. I'm leaving. Don't worry. I love reading, which is why I only do it once a year so that I can really savor it. I understand that. That's respectful. I mean, respectable. We're having so much fun. Well, too bad. I'm tired. But I'll probably still be up for like another 7 hours or something. Who knows? Merlin Rogue. Miller sent another video. We can watch 5 seconds and then I'm going to go. No, don't say thank you yet, Creedon. We're going to watch 5 seconds of this. Oh my god. Is this going to be about the theater experience? Because I hate this experience. What the heck? What is this?
There was a guy, that critic with the glasses guy. He once attempted to review Moulin Rouge so begrudgingly. He hated it, berated it for causing so much misery.
Moulin Rouge.
I want to make videos like this. My goodness. If only I was good at like making stuff like this. My god. Also, this reminds me of like a Turbuscus video or something. We love that. Alright, anyway. True. Sugar didn't say season 3 will save the world. True. Dan Miller getting preferential treatment. That's just, the nostalgia critics are so good, you know? Imagine being a kid at the Demon Slayer movie and some old dude starts peeing on you and then you have everyone beats him up. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. See how the videos instantly hook you? True. We will support your short form journey, Ari. Thank you. Miller, you'd like that video I sent. Alright, anyway. Bye, everyone. See you next time.